Okay, welcome back. So if I'm going to sum up how I felt about that track, I felt excited, and I would also say comforted in a weird way, because you know how they say chicken soup is like a comforter food, you know. When I hear little hints of ELP and Chris Squire of Yes, and I hear little Pink Floyd, and I hear little hints of Alan Parsons Project, and little hints of Genesis, and even hints of Beatles and Rush, all of those just in one song. So for me, when I grew up as a youngster, I was a huge fan of all that kind of stuff, and to hear that is sort of comforting in a sense. You noticed at the beginning they had the piano and they had it texturized. They made it sound like it was on a wavy tape, you know, wow and flutter, almost kind of a feel to it. If you listen very closely, the piano was kind of wavy a little bit, which is really cool. And then you had some really strong sounds. It's like Alex Lifeson kind of. Now, I remember reading that Alex Lifeson played a solo on one of Steven Wilson's albums. I don't know if it was this one or not. But obviously, we're all influenced by Alex Lifeson. So my impressions, again, I was just really enjoying the song. I was comforted. I was excited. Really savoring it. It's like, yeah. This is the Steven Wilson. He if he's not a tremendous producer even on his own, he always hires and brings in people who are also good producers and mixers and whatnot, and excellent musicianship, of course. Very melodic, you know. There's a lot of melody that's very strong in there. It's less progressive metal, you know, to me, and more leaning toward progressive rock. And it's a little bit in a classic way, but also kind of a progressive pop. The bass player is great, really nice bass sound, great. The guitars all sound wonderful. They had some acoustic guitars. We'll grab the guitar here in a minute and try out one of these little parts. The introduction was very magical, had that the wavy tape and wow and flutter kind of feel there. There was a great groove to the tune, and also the transitions are so masterfully done, going from big to sort of quaint and small again, and then opening up to a big, and then back and forth. He really pulls that off so nicely. Progressive rock is very big on dynamics and going from soft to big and quiet to noisy. Let's have a quick look. There was some really cool chord stuff that they were playing. So when the guitar enters this song, it starts off. It's on a D sus. It's like. And it's sort of fun when you start off, when you come out of one section and you go into the next section, and the guitar, rather than have the drum start playing, they build it up gradually. They introduce the guitar, and that was the natural instrument that's kind of percussive, frankly. I mean, it's made out of wood. It's bright and percussive soundings. And then there's sort of a section there where the guitar is joined by all the rest of the instruments. The guitar is still giving that bright sort of percussive sound. And then doing that, there's sort of a Genesis-y feel with the keyboard kind of a melody line going on, sort of floating like a little loose leaf falling off a tree. Meanwhile, the rest of the band is all doing sort of So then you got the quieting part down where it comes down, and something like that. And then you have that, you know, there's that tempo that and which gets picked up again throughout the song. So for those of you who watch the channel all the time, you know that I'm going to release this album reacts staggered, you know, every other day. That way, in between, sandwiched in between, you can have all this variety of different artists and different songs from reacting. So it's not all just the same artist for 1 week or whatever. So spiraling out of steam, we'll see you in the next react.